But bro, we got to get OT Genesis on that Super Bowl stage, crib walking, dog. We got to, dog. It's time, bro. He wasn't at the concert. He wasn't in the music video. Like, get OT on the stage, crib walking at the Super Bowl, man. Um,
And
yeah,
wow.
yeah. But before we get to the Super Bowl, man, we got to get through the NFL season, and Week One has just recently passed. And yeah, man, a lot of let's first just talk about the Texans being in rare form. Um, yeah, man, we start the season off 1-0. Uh, I like that rivalry. I like that matchup going up against the Colts, considering what we did to them last year and killing their playoff dreams. And the talk and like the trash talk between uh I can't think his name right now, Isaiah Franklin and CJ Stroud or whatever. So yeah, man, start off the season 1-0. CJ has all these weapons, and they use them greatly. If I'm not mistaken, Mixon had over a buck, didn't he?
Buck
Rush
50.
They said had a buck 60 on
buck
30
six
carries.
on 30 carries. So like you look at that, you look at the balance of running that thing, and then CJ definitely was airing it out. Beautiful Texans Super Bowl. There it is. But Dacius, he not on the pod. I know he had some news that he had wanted to share about his beloved Dak Prescott, who signed his new contract, getting 60 million a year now for the next 5 years, I believe, or 4 years for the Dallas
Wow.
Cowboys.
60 million and go home in the divisional, man. Congratulations to the Dallas Cowboys.
So we'll have to be continued sedacious state of the address to Cowboys Nation since he's not here tonight. Um, but I know for me, I'm gonna start on the Carolina Panthers, and I know you're probably like, why are we gonna start there? They're horrible, and that's where I want to start, right? And so I was just thinking, I'm trying. One of the things I want to try to do this year,
The Panthers are dog shit.
right? They are. Oh, but
Like the wet diarrhea kind that you don't want to step in. Sorry for the graphic nature.
um, man, I'm trying to like see if I can pick out good quarterbacks that are in college that are going to translate to the NFL. And it's so funny how you can be misled into thinking a guy should translate in college at times because in the NFL because of how good they appear to be in the NFL. And so right now, a question I want to ask before we do a Bulls on parade of like he trash and he shouldn't be like a starting quarterback is Bryce Young is Bryce Young being exposed because he has so much talent around him at Alabama and it's basically like a premature NFL G League team going up against a bunch of college kids? Or is he just, does he need more time? Like, how do y'all, like, how do y'all evaluate the
Talking
part?
about the nigga who won the Heisman need more time? How much time he need?
I'm just asking, bro. I'm just trying to do a proper evaluation before we throw him on the trash list. That's all I'm trying to do or ask.
Hey man, I can see if they lost and they go out there and they put up a fight and it's close and Bryce Young slinging that thing and he done went, 21 or 33 for 280 and 2 touchdowns, maybe a pick, strip sack or whatever, but you went down fighting. Bro, I don't know if Bryce Young has Bryce Young thrown for 300 yards in the league yet? Every time I look at him, his line set at like 198. Trash ass nigga. So to answer your question, it's the first thing you said. He is a product of Alabama being superior in talent and size and speed at the position and strength at the position at everywhere across their entire team, and him being surrounded by A1 plus caliber players to now going into a stink fest where you're at the quarterback position and you're not going to be winning because you have a great team around you. They're going to need you to pull them to victories and win because of you solely. And I think that's the biggest difference between CJ and him is CJ came into a situation because if let's just say this, you put Bryce Young on the Texans last year, oh my God, we suck. And people try to tell me, oh yeah, bro, but it's because, bro, look, the Panthers are a dumpster fire, bro. The David Trepper, he's just a horrible owner, and he's just, yeah, all those things may be true, but CJ Stroud is a force. You on mute, brother. CJ Stroud is a force multiplier, bro. He literally makes people better.
And to your point of what people are saying about the Panthers, greatness can mask some of that. Greatness can make up for some of that. If you're not that good and you come into a bad situation, you're not going to multiply. You're going to blend in with it.
Exactly, especially if you're on par or about average. And if you saw what CJ was, even though CJ had been surrounded by great offensive talent his entire Ohio State career, you can quite literally see that he probably was the catalyst for the reason on why those receivers were able to display the talent at the level they were able to display it at, because he was able to pinpoint the ball wherever it needed to be accurate, drive the ball down the field, make plays with his legs when he had to. CJ showed a little bit of everything, and to kind of transition into the Texans day, comparatively speaking,
Real
against
quick,
Bryce.
real quick, Bryce, he had one game last season where he threw for over 300.
I knew it. Did they lose?
Uh,
I'm very
He was
pissed off
against
that they
us,
beat
wasn't he?
us last year. I'm extremely pissed off. I pray we beat the shit
Not a
out of the
running game lost
Panthers.
for them. Never
he
mind.
did lose to them bombs last year.
Bro, we lost to them niggas. We should have definitely been 11-6 last year.
Bro, two of their only wins was against us, bro.
Yeah, I'm mad at that.
They
I
lost.
don't want.
They lost the game. He threw for 300.
Of course they did, but anyway, um, I'm glad you answered that. But yeah, man, Bryce Young, he doesn't have great size for the position. He does not have great athleticism. He doesn't have great speed. Does not have great arm strength. Again, so you're below average in regards to height, athleticism, all key physical traits that you need in the NFL to succeed. And we expected him to go in there and be what exactly? The second coming of who? Because his ceiling was probably Russell Wilson, a Super Bowl champion who made some Pro Bowls. Like, that was his ceiling. Best case scenario, Bryce Young come in and beat Russell Wilson.
But I don't even think what made Russ part of Russ being Russ was like his
The
mobility.
athleticism and be able to extend plays outside the pocket and run and launch moon balls, deep balls down the sideline, pause. Um, yeah, I get it, but I'm saying, like, in a perfect world, right? That comp would be like the ceiling of Russell Wilson. Russell at his peak, being a Super Bowl caliber quarterback, Pro Bowl caliber quarterback. Like, that's peak of what Bryce Young could have been. But bro, the floor you're looking at, oh my God. The floor could be hell. Like,
And the ceiling is the roof.
Hey, what Michael Jordan say? The ceiling is the
And
roof.
the ceiling is the roof.
The flow is hell.
you feel me? So it's like, bro, man, I don't feel sorry for dude, because you talking about some. If Bryce is able to show that he's a starting quarterback, he's gonna be out of the league, brother.
Like
He's not even a.
he's not showing backup
He
capability.
ain't even back up for who? Because if that nigga gotta play, bro, I'm telling you, it's man, bro. If Bryce Young ain't it, bro. They tried to convince me last year that, oh, you put CJ, nigga, put CJ on the Panthers. Adam Thielen would have got paid again
Yeah.
with his 33-year-old. And like, bro, I'm telling you, like, put CJ on the Panthers. I'm telling you,
Xavier
they're
Legit gonna look like the stud he was drafted to be.
come on, bro. He still was gonna be him. Because what they were saying, oh man, what was Houston projected to win when CJ got drafted? 3 wins? That's what they said. They said that he
I,
doesn't have any talent. What was they saying going into the draft? I want people to go back and reread those interviews and those quotes and those articles of what they thought the Texans was going to be and what he turned them into. again, he's a force multiplier. They're winning because of him, not in spite of him. Every time the Panthers have won in those 2 instances last year, they won in spite of Bryce Young. They didn't win because of Bryce Young. And his teammates don't believe in him either, bro. He just looked like a little kid back there. His first pass was a pick, bro.
There's like an aura you gotta possess. I know what you're saying. It's like a aura, a swag of like.
Did you see in the first day of training camp when he had that 2 big backpack on, bro? He looked like a little 6th grader that was going to middle school for the first time or was finna get bullied and pinned up against the lockers, bro.
Oh man.
Give me your lunch money.
Go look at go look at Bryce. Go look at Bryce Young when he was working at Cane's for a day.
I see you had tweeted that.
I said, if brother ain't careful.
Oh, man. What